Hello everyone and welcome to another video on my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to do these 7 easy fall nail art designs, and these are really easy to do and quick, so it's great if you're in a pinch or if your client isn't booked for nail art but asks you for some quick nail art. These are some fun fall art designs that you can do. And I will do timestamps in the description box just in case you are only interested in one or a couple of the designs. You can kind of skip through this video. And just in case you guys were wondering, because they will be in the video, these are my nails. I got them done with my friend Christi. Her Instagram is @polishedinportland, and I just went to California and Disneyland, so I had to get myself some awesome Star Wars nails. I did use a lot of different products for these designs, so I'm going to go through all the products that I use first. So for stamping polish, I used Clear Jelly Stamper stamping polish, and the black is 001. This one is 022, 028, which is a gorgeous like fall copper shimmery color, 009, 061. And then I also used Essie's Penny Talk for a rose gold. It's not quite so pink, which I actually prefer a rose gold that is not so pink. So I really like this Essie Penny Talk for that. I used some Clear Jelly Stamper stamping plates. I used number 26, which is Sunflowers and Leaves, 56, which is Got Plaid, LC25, Pumpkin Spice, and V18, which is Blossoming Romance. I used a couple different foils, some rose gold and some coppery orange foil, which is great for fall. I used the Magpie Beauty Gabby glitter, which is gorgeous, like champagne glitter. I love this glitter so much. And I used the Wildflowers Spider Gel in black. For gel colors, I used the Luxio color in Tease, Gypsy, Intuitive, and I used Prim. I also used the Magpie Beauty gel color in Hazelnut. For applying crystals, I used the Ugly Duckling Stick It, which is my favorite gel to apply crystals with, and I used Swarovski crystals from Bluestreak Crystals. These are rose gold. I used my crystal katana to apply them, and I also use a dotting tool to kind of apply the Stick It gel. And then also a couple other stamping tools I used was the Clear Jelly Stamper double-ended stamper, and then I used a scraper and their sticky pad to clean off the stamper after I was done. So with the first design I'm going to do, this is the fun glitter fade. I'm going to do 2 coats of the color Gypsy, which I love this color for fall. It's a great color for fall. And I'm going to cure each of those coats individually, and then I am going to start mixing up my glitter. So I'm using the Magpie glitter and I'm mixing it with some top coat. You can totally apply this on dry. Sometimes I like to mix it with a clear gel just so that I can paint it on and then cure it, and I don't have to worry about the gel or the glitter getting like rough edges and stuff if you just sprinkle it on. So I'm just mixing that up with the top coat with a little spatula here and on a palette. And then I'm going to use a gel brush that I have designated for glitter, and I'm going to apply that on top of the nail. I'm just applying the majority of the glitter towards like what would be the cuticle area, and I'm just going to gently pull it down the nail and fade it down a little bit just to give a really, really nice, pretty glitter fade. Again, love this color for fall, love this combination. Once I'm happy with the way that it looks, I'm going to cure that in my lamp, and then I am going to top coat, and that is all you have to do. Done and ready to go. Also, side tip, before you cure it, check all the angles of the nail just so that you can make sure there's no chunky like glitter pieces like really sticking up. Otherwise, you will have like a rough edge after you top coat it. But for the most part, they apply really, really smooth and easy, and you get this gorgeous glitter fade effect. The next design I'm going to show you guys is kind of like a fun abstract design, and you can use this and incorporate a whole color scheme of colors that you're using on your client's nails, or you can pick the colors whatever you would like. You could also do this on a clear background. I'm going to be using the color Prim for this nail specifically as kind of like a nude gray background. So you're going to apply 2 coats of that, and then you are going to go in with whatever colors that you would like. I'm using this orange color, which is Luxio Tease, in the spirit of fall, using the orange. And I'm also going to go in with a brown color and do a couple swiping motions with each color. And I'm also curing in between each color because I'm going over top of them with a different color. Then I'm going to go in with the Gypsy, add a little bit of that, doing some brush strokes. And then I am going to cure that before moving on to the next step, which is applying some foils to add a little pop, which I love. The foil usually makes any design pop and look awesome. So I'm going in with the rose gold colored foil, and I'm just dabbing it on in just a couple different places. I don't want to cover it too much because I want you to still be able to see the colors that are on the nail, but just giving it a little pop of sparkle. So once that's on there, I'm going to top coat this nail, and I'm actually going to top coat it with a matte top coat because I'm going to do some stamping on top of this. And I prefer, before I do stamping, to do a matte top coat. I'm using the Koopa No Wipe matte top coat, so it'll come straight out of the lamp matte. I prefer to do this technique if I'm going to do stamping rather than just wiping the tacky layer off the nail, because I find that the top coat, when I use it after stamping, separates more if I just wiped the inhibition layer off of the gel. So I'm using the pumpkin spice plate, and I'm grabbing just this really pretty leaf kind of image, and I'm just going to stamp that in black over top of the middle of the nail, and it's going to give it really pretty fall leaf design over kind of like an abstract background. I actually really loved the way this looked matte, especially with the foil, and I was debating on leaving it matte, but I just couldn't help myself because I am totally a shiny top coat girl. I love shiny nails, but you could totally do this in matte also, and it would look absolutely gorgeous. So after that stamp is done, I'm just going to apply my top coat, cure, and then you're done with that nail. This next nail is going to be more of your traditional fall October colors, the orange and black. So it's kind of like a twist on that. So I'm using 2 coats of the color Tease and curing that. And then I am going to apply my top coat, cure, and then I'm going to move on to the spider gel on top of that. I'm taking the black spider gel and using my dotting tool, and this stuff can get crazy, so you got to be kind of careful with it, but I'm just going back and forth in a diagonal motion, creating some fun lines. It almost looks a little bit spider webby, pretty cool. And once I am happy with that, I am going to cure that. So once you're done with that, you could totally leave it just the way it is. I'm going to add a little bit of bling to it. I'm going to use my Ugly Duckling Stick It, and I'm going to apply some rose gold crystals right in the middle where like the tightest part of spider gel is. So it almost looks like a lace or like a ribbon type of a look. So I'm going to apply, I believe I used an SS9 and then 2 SS5s on each side of the SS9 crystal. And then once I have applied those and I'm happy with the placement, I am going to cure that, and then you are done. And if you would like, you could totally use some top coat or something and just kind of like seal in the edges of the crystals. I wouldn't, however, go over the whole nail again with top coat because you're going to lose the 3D effect that the spider gel gives. The next nail, I wanted to do kind of like a fall green color. The camera is definitely making this color look more teal, but it definitely leans more on the green side. And this is the color Intuitive. I'm using the Plaid plate from Clear Jelly Stamper. First, I'm going to stamp these lines up here, which I will show you guys. I'm not really sure how to describe them. And I'm going to use black. In the camera, it's kind of hard to tell. I feel like it doesn't show up as well over top of the green, but in person, it shows up a lot better over top of the green. If you wanted a little bit more contrast, you could definitely use a lighter color base, or you could use white or a different color to stamp in. So I'm going to place that diagonally over the nail, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing again, but I'm going to go the opposite direction with the diagonal stamp. And also just a reminder again, like I talked about in my last video, I did do 2 coats of that color green, and I did my no wipe matte top coat before stamping. So again, just placing that the opposite way onto the nail. Already it looks pretty cute. You could leave it like this. I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle. In case you can't tell, I love my little sparkle and hints of shimmer everywhere. So I'm using the Essie Penny Talk, which is like a rose gold color, and I am using these solid lines down here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did, placing them diagonally, but I'm going to kind of not place them directly over top of the other stamp, but just slightly next to them. It almost looks to me like wrapping paper. That extra rose gold element kind of adds that just pop that it needed. After I've done that, I'm going to top coat. Once again, this nail would look really, really good matte as well. So you could either choose a matte top coat or a shiny top coat. Moving on to the next nail design, you cannot have fall nails without a pumpkin nail, of course. So I'm going in with my background color, which is the Luxio Prim. I just love this color. It's like a nude gray, just great fall color. So I'm going in with that, 2 coats of that, and then I'm going in with my matte top coat because I am stamping. So I'm going to apply this really shimmery, beautiful orange color as the background of the pumpkin, and I'm just stamping that on the corner. Sorry, I'm out of frame just a little bit. And this is the pumpkin spice plate. Then I'm going to stamp the outline of the pumpkin in black straight over top of that. I decided I wanted to add a little bit of green element to this nail, so using the Blossoming Romance plate, I found a couple little leaf details that I really liked, and I'm using that shimmery green, which is really pretty. Anytime you use a metallic stamping polish, I feel like it just pops a lot more. So sometimes colors like orange or green don't stamp very well over darker colors. But if you use the metallic version of it, it'll show up a lot better. So I really like this. I'm going to do the one side with the leaves, and then I'm also going to do the other side with the leaves. Then I wanted to add one more element to it. I decided to go with this autumn text in like really pretty cursive writing and stamp that kind of like diagonally next to the pumpkin. There you go. You have your cute pumpkin nail that was super easy to do. Great for fall. I know a lot of clients ask for pumpkins on their nails around this time. So super easy to do. All it took was a couple stamps and you have super cute pumpkin with little leaf details and the word autumn. This next design is by far the easiest and quickest to do. So if you are really, really in a pinch, this is the one that you would go to. I did 2 coats of the color Hazelnut from Magpie. Then once those 2 colors have cured, I'm going in with the 2 colors of foil that I have, going in with the rose gold, and I'm just randomly placing it all over the nail, and then I'm picking up the copper one and doing the exact same thing. And you could totally stop here and top coat and done, and your client has a little accent nail. I decided, just because I had some of that leftover glitter from the first nail that I did, I would just pop on a little bit of the Gabby glitter just to give it a little bit of extra something. And once you're happy with that, you cure the glitter, and then you top coat whatever matte or shiny top coat you would like, cure, and then you are done with that nail. Super easy. This is by far the quickest nail to do, simplest nail. So if you only have a minute or two, this is definitely the one to go to. The last nail I'm going to do is some leaves, and I'm going in with the Luxio Prim. This is probably my favorite background color, as you can tell, because I've used it on like 3 or 4 nails. And again, doing 2 coats of that, and then 1 coat of my No Wipe Matte, because I'm going to be stamping. And I'm using the Sunflowers and Leaves plate. I would definitely recommend practicing with this one a little bit beforehand, because it can be a little bit tricky just getting the color combination. And I usually like to do a lightest to darkest. So the background of the leaf is going to be the lightest color, then you're going to have the middle color, and then the darkest color last. So I'm using this light kind of yellowy orange color as the background, and this definitely takes a little bit of practice stamping this leaf. Sometimes I have a hard time with it just because it's a really big image, but once you get the hang of it, you can do it. So you're just going to stamp that on the nail for the background of the leaf. Then you're going to move on to the middle color, which I'm using that really gorgeous coppery shimmer metallic. And this is going to be the middle of our leaf. And notice how this leaf doesn't have like one color as the background and the outline. This is actually making like a multi-dimensional colored leaf. So there's no actual outline of it. So you're stamping that for the middle, and then you're going to go in with the darkest color, which is the red that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to place that over the top again. And once you have done that, you have a gorgeous fall multi-dimensional leaf. Beautiful. And then I'm going to add the word cozy, just because I love the kind of script writing that they have on this pumpkin spice plate, and I love the fall words. So I'm going to add the word cozy to it just to kind of give it a little bit of extra fall vibes. And then once you have done that and you're happy with the way it looks, you can top coat it, matte or shiny, whatever you prefer. And there you have it, 7 fall easy nail art designs that anybody can do. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe. Leave me a comment which one of these is your favorite design. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.